businesses, and particularly smaller ones, battling to ride out the COVID-19 storm. Several funds have been set up to help small businesses. The big issue now is how to access this money. So what are small businesses to do? Mduduzi Luthuli of Luthuli Capital has some practical suggestions. He joins us now. Mduduzi, hi, good evening to you. All right, firstly, where does one need to start? There are several funds that are available. Is it actually easy to get hold of this money?
Hi, Stephen. It's a pleasure to be on. You're right when you're saying that there's quite a few funds out there, so where one would start is purely dependent on which industry you're on. And a quick Google search will help. I think the most important thing to emphasize right now is that where most people struggle is simply just meeting the requirements, what is required of us, and ensuring that you meet those requirements. There's certain requirements in terms of ownership, in terms of the people that you employ, in terms of the industry you're in. So the first step is just making sure which fund is suitable for you. The other part is that people need to understand that there is a huge demand for this. There's a huge demand for this. Already there's multiple reports that we've seen that the funds that are there are oversubscribed, almost 300–400%. So business owners who are in distress need to understand that this is not an immediate relief. And what I mean by that is that even if you do qualify, don't expect the funds in your account the very next day. There is going to be a bit of a waiting period before the relief comes. And also, third, very importantly, to understand that most of these funds, it's not a grant, it's not free money, it's a loan. So I know that most people will say, look, I'm in distress, I need the money, whether it's a loan or grant, doesn't really matter to me right now, I need the relief. But do understand that at some point, you'll need to pay this money back. So the key to attracting funds, you almost got to approach this whole process as if you were looking for new investors, as if it was good times and you're looking for expansion capital, bridging capital. You need to make a clear case as to why you. If we give you the money, how many jobs will be saved? If we give you the money, how will you allocate this capital? If we give you the money, do you have the capacity to pay us back? Because what they've also made very clear is that these funds are not for businesses that were already in distress. It's for businesses who are in good financial standing, who are saying, I just need someone to help me for a month or two while the lockdown passes over.
And Nduduzi, I mean, there'll be a sense of panic. If I owned a small business, I frankly would be in panic mode right now. I imagine what you're suggesting is take a breath, do your research properly, and that stands you in greater chance of actually getting what you need. Because at the same time, we have to be fair to the Solidarity Fund, to the Debt Relief Fund. They have to make sure that they're giving money to the people who need it the most.
Exactly. You know, this is South Africa. We're not America, who has the capacity to, out of nowhere, do a $2 to $4 trillion relief, reducing a quantitative easing into the market. We as a country have very limited capacity. Our economy is nowhere near strong. People must remember that even before the COVID-19 pandemic, our economy was already struggling for growth. Our economy was already struggling for capital, and we're over-indebted as a nation. So our government has very little capacity to intervene, and that's why they've started to, private businesses, citizens, anyone, the Oppenheimers, the Mduduzi, anyone who's got any spare cash to say, we need you right now to help us, to help the businesses. So understand that the capacity is very limited. And that's why you need to first, because I think at last check there was almost 12 or 14 different funds. So first, just make sure that the fund you're applying to is applicable to your sector or line of business. That's the first thing. But most importantly, you gotta know your numbers, because we don't have endless capital to pump into the system and help everyone. Some people will not receive relief, and you gotta make sure that you put your best foot forward in terms of stating your case and making sure that you are eligible but also are considered for that capital.
Mduduzi Luthuli of Luthuli Capital, do appreciate the help. Thanks very much.